Hello, this is Brian Rowe, or Professor Sartoris for Pokemon, talking today about how we should trade in a massive multiplayer online geolocation-based game like Pokemon Go. I'm unfortunately super fortunately, still in the beta, but under the confidentiality there. I can't tell you whether or not there's going to be trading. I can tell you that this official trailer talks about trading. I want to know how you would design trading in a massive multiplayer online geolocation game so that it's good, it doesn't warp the balance, and it doesn't create major issues. Trading is one of my favorite parts about card games generally and about video games where there's a collection aspect to it. One thing that we have to avoid, though, is the gold farmers. The idea that companies or groups could create giant warehouses that just farm Pokemon and send them out. Pokemon needs to be a friendly, fun game where you're actually trading with other people that went out, explored the world, and played it. So avoiding the gold farmer problem is one of the main things that Pokemon Go must do in its designing of the trade mechanic. Second thing is, how in-person does it have to be? If you remember back to Gold and Silver, they had these really cool little cables. You connected your Game Boy to their Game Boy, and then you traded directly. Is it going to be restricted to being right next to someone, to what their GPS says? Do we want to even make it to where you have to have some physical items, such as the new pins, in order to trade, or your Bluetooth talking to the other phone or devices Bluetooth? How close to in-person does it need to be? I mean, you could set this up to where anybody who's within 2 miles, you see the Pokemon that they have for trade and the things that they are offering. I think that geolocation experience is very different than one where we have to be within 5 feet of each other to make a trade. The wonderful thing about geolocation gaming is that it has this ability to connect people in real time, to possibly duel and to trade. Should you be allowed to add sweeteners to the trade? Would I have to trade a single Pokemon for one other Pokemon? Or is there the opportunity to add a little bit of honey to get my Raichu up to a Charizard? Another issue, though, is everything in the game going to be tradable, or are there going to be some things that you actually have to earn? Some soul-bound items, some Pokemon that are so cool or so rare. If I see somebody else with them, I know that they actually found them in the wild, that they didn't just trade for them or buy them online from someone else. Although the trading across areas is really interesting to me. I guess you could have these trains of Pokemon where you send a Pokemon through several different people to get it across the country, but that's a whole nother story. Back to Soulbound. Should there be a soulbound aspect in this game? I think that at least 1% or 2 or maybe 5% of the Pokemon should be so rare that you have to actually go out and earn them and you can't just trade them. Maybe we call them super friend Pokemon, that they're so friendly to you, they're endeared to you, and they just wouldn't leave you under any circumstances because you're so close to them. How would you make trading work? I would love to hear your comments. I'm going to be posting this video in the Pokemon Go private forums so that anybody who is related to the game can click through and see the comments. If there are some amazing ideas that I haven't thought of, I will use those in a future video and get that feedback directly to the game designers. I look forward to playing this, and I want this to be an incredible geolocation experience that has some wonderful personal interconnected aspects to it so I can meet other gamers while wandering around on my lunch break. For more stuff about Pokemon Go or other weird, unusual, sweet things that I want to talk about on this channel, subscribe. This is Brian Rowe. I also vlog over at Meeples Included and Mythic MTG Tech. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, choose the Pokemon wisely.